so we will not notice the quick response. For any download business to grow, it must be important for consumers to be able to enjoy window shopping even when they do not have any particular product in mind. Quick and easy access to the shop is therefore very important. With Nintendo 3DS, the software you have downloaded will be stored in your SD memory card. The package of Nintendo 3DS will include a 2 GB SD memory card. In case it is not large enough, you can use your larger SD memory card as the expanded storage medium for the hardware. We are also making the system so that Nintendo DSiWare software can be transferred to Nintendo 3DS. Similar to Wii, Nintendo 3DS will have a virtual console function to purchase classic software. We are planning to start by making software for Game Boy and Game Boy Color available. Other than the virtual console software for Nintendo 3DS, download sales shall be made available for the classic game titles with the new 3D looks. Among the classic titles, there are some software titles which have significantly different effects on the users when they are remade for 3D viewing. As an experiment, when Xevious from Bandai Namco was made 3D, we felt that it significantly increased its value. To make the classic titles 3D will not be as easy as providing virtual console software, but we are eager to make them available for the download sales. You can also purchase Nintendo DSiWare, and we will sell new download titles for Nintendo 3DS. At the end of the previous video, you saw this scene. What you are seeing is an image where Nintendo 3DS, in its sleep mode, is automatically sending and receiving a variety of information and content through the Wi-Fi access point in a house. We call this new communication function Spot Pass, which realizes communications that you are not aware of. When you put Nintendo 3DS into the sleep mode, it not only detects other Nintendo 3DS hardware for Street Pass, but also searches for Wi-Fi access points near it. In accordance with your particular needs for which you preset the system, Nintendo 3DS will send out and receive various information and content automatically. The data which can be exchanged by Spot Pass include new ranking, new ghost data which in Mario Kart shows a shadow of the previous record run of a kart, and new free software. As for the new free software, it will not only be the notice of the availability of such free software, but your Nintendo 3DS will already be in a position to download the free software for your trial. In addition, messages from Nintendo and a variety of other information can be received. Spot Pass requires a wireless internet access point, and if people feel the settings for the connection are complicated, not everyone will readily be able to use this function. We have already made various efforts to increase the internet connection ratios of Nintendo hardware, but the current situation is far from the situation where anyone can take advantage of such access. For this new Nintendo 3DS service, Spot Pass, to be expanded, Nintendo will try to expand the access points where Spot Pass communications can be realized without the need for the users to bother themselves to do anything special on their Nintendo 3DS. Currently, more than 1,000 video game retail outlets in Japan have a DS station. We will gradually convert them into Nintendo zones to begin with, so that they can be used as the access points for Spot Pass communications. McDonald's Company Japan Limited, under collaboration with Nintendo, has been offering DS at Mac at their restaurants, where their customers with a Nintendo DS can enjoy various unique services. This service will also be available for Nintendo 3DS. We will also try to expand the access points from a different approach than Nintendo Zone. Nintendo has been collaborating with NTT East and NTT West in our joint efforts to raise the internet connection ratios of Wii and Nintendo DSi since November 2007. More specifically, together we have been offering to support our customers to connect their Wii and Nintendo DSi to the internet environment at their homes. As a result, certain favorable results have been yielded as far as the availability for the environment for Wii and Nintendo DSi's internet access is concerned. Today, I'd like to announce that Nintendo is also in collaboration with NTT East and NTT West so that Nintendo 3DS can use the internet connection at the locations in Japan where they are offering the general public their Wi-Fi service, which is a useful information portal site operated by NTT BP. Starting from March 2011, there will be approximately 2,000 locations in Japan where Nintendo 3DS can be used, such as the ones listed here: train stations, airport facilities, fast food chains, and cafeterias. Nintendo will further cement the collaborations with NTT East and NTT West so that not only at our consumers' houses but also outdoors we can expand the environments where they can connect their Nintendo hardware with internet. With the new functions of Nintendo 3DS, such as the ones that I shared with you today, as well as the new challenges Nintendo is making for itself and in collaboration with other companies, Nintendo proposes to you the new playstyle of carry around, affect each other, and something new every day, so that this something new every day concept can be comprehended by anyone by taking advantage of the spot pass communication capability. We will embark on the new challenge of S3D footage distribution. Nintendo will collaborate with Nippon Television Network Corporation and with Fuji Television Network Incorporated individually. Each TV station will produce their original 3D films and distribute them on an experimental basis free of charge to Nintendo 3DS devices every day through Spot Pass. We are hoping that it will be one of the solutions to tackle the chicken and the egg problem and become the trigger for the 3D footage business to emerge on Nintendo 3DS. And now, please take a look at some upcoming Nintendo 3DS titles.